All right, guys. Husband, I'm gonna shut this. All right. Today we are talking about comfort. Our brain is wired for comfort and not success. And I don't think we realize that. Our brain is designed to help us to remain comfortable. It's wired for comfort and not for growth. Okay. Hey, Heather, how are you? It's wired for comfort and not for growth. So in today's session, we're talking about your brain is wired for comfort. It is not wired for success. And many people do not believe that. They don't understand that. So let's get started. Good morning, my friend. How's the job going? How's work going? Right? So when we start talking about mind shifting to success, which is one of the things I talk about on this channel all the time, one of the biggest pieces, okay, good, I'm glad. One of the biggest pieces that most people don't realize is that our brain is not wired so that we can be successful, not automatically, right? Our brain is wired for comfort. And so when you see me look over, I'm actually looking at my notes. I write things out, I type things out. But today, that's what we're talking about. Your brain is wired for comfort and not for success. So quite often we wonder why it is so hard to remain successful, or maybe we've hit some success. Maybe. Thank you for the follow, guys. And thank you so much for the likes. Keep tapping your screen. As you tap the screen, you'll see the red button go over. As it goes over, that's inviting other people in. Okay. As you invite them in, if you deem this information worthy of them, by all means. And please, thank you guys so much for the support. As you can see right here, my website is here. Please sign up. I sent out free information. I just sent something out about the live we had, I believe, yesterday or Friday. And that was around the tips and tricks of you don't have a breaking point. Most people believe you have a breaking point. I actually sent an email that said that's a lie. You do not have a breaking point. You just need to get realigned. And so in that email, that's what I talked about. So thank you so much for your support. Please continue to tap the screen. It'll get others in here. But today we're talking about mind shifting. And the reason we're talking about mind shifting is because everything starts with the mind. And I'll be here till 9 a.m. so we could get a good grasp on why your brain is wired for comfort and not success. So most people believe that their brain is wired to be successful. Can we be successful? Absolutely. Is that something that's automatic? Absolutely not. Right? And I love to shake up the thought process when we're talking, because I want you to know and understand that the things that you're actually going through, there is a reason why. This isn't just up one day we wake up and we can't do it. No, there's a reason why quite often our brains and our minds do not conform the way we want. So with that being said, just want to talk today about mind shifting to success. Your brain is not designed to help you to succeed. Thank you so much for the likes, guys. Please continue to tap and invite other people in. Your brain is wired for comfort and not for growth. So have you ever felt like when you actually set a goal, you ever notice how hard it is to hit the goal? Or maybe you can hit the goal with ease, but you ever notice how hard it is to maintain the goal, right? Maintain the goal. And so with that being said, it's like you're on a fitness journey. As you begin to get fit, it remains even harder to lose that last 5 pounds, right? And so what we're talking about today is that this is not by accident that your brain is not set up to succeed. This is not by accident, right? It's set up to help you remain comfortable. Remember the term fight, flight, or remain still. Your brain, that's your brain. You're going to fight through it, which we are designed in such a way. First of all, we're imperfect. So we're designed in such a way to like comfortability. You're going to take flight. You know what, I'm going to run from it. I'm not even going to touch it. Or flight as in I'm running, right? Which is also an action. Or you remain stagnant. You remain right there, right? And so when we talk about comfortability, that is not success. When we talk about comfortability, that is not success. Your brain's number one job is to keep you safe. Number one job, to keep you safe. Imagine that. I want to do something. It's hard for me to do. But now, hey, Erica Essie, thank you for joining. But now I actually want to move forward. but I'm so comfortable right here that it is stunting my growth. And because it's stunting your growth, you will not move forward. Okay? So success, when we talk about mind shifting, success is not about talent or luck. It literally is about rewiring the brain. Last week, we talked about rewiring, reframing, and relearning. Today, we're talking about your brain is not wired for success and why it's not wired for success, okay? And the number one reason is it's to keep you comfortable. Your brain is designed to resist change and to protect you. So you know those feelings you feel when you initially start something and you get excited, but then you realize, oh my gosh, I don't know the next step, or I don't see the vision clearly, or something is happening. When you feel that, that is your brain giving you a signal. Remember, I always talk about the feedback loops, and please continue to tap the screen and it'll help other people to come in. I talk about the feedback loop. Right? The feedback loop is essentially your body, your brain speaking to you about what's happening. And when it talks to you about what's happening, you could fight through it, you can take flight, or you could just remain right there, right? So we're going to talk about the comfort trap. The comfort trap. Why we call it the comfort trap? Because your brain loves routines. It loves the routine. And so it loves predictability. It is familiar. So if you wake up every day, you get the same cup of coffee, you put on your outfit, you go to work. Listen, that is a routine. As you follow the routine, your brain is happy with that. Your body is happy with that. Why? Because that's what it's set up for. It's set up to protect me. It's set up so that as I'm going through my routine, subconsciously I already know what's going to happen, right? So if you think about it, if you struggle to take action, just know not only are we imperfect, but our brain is set up to keep us right there, to keep us in the routine, to keep us in predictability. And as we stay in predictability, what happens is we do not grow, we do not get successful. And so the comfort zone is where we remain. And so today, we're going to talk about why your brain resisted and how the 5 Ps can help in that area. Okay? So number one, not only is your brain the number one job to be survival. I missed your live yesterday because I was slacking and I already feel that it was hard. Okay, Heather, I'm so glad you're here today. If you signed up, that's okay. I sent out an email. I think it was yesterday. I'm almost sure it was yesterday. Your routine is disrupted. Okay. So now that your routine has been disrupted, now you could get back on course. Because what do I say? When your routine is disrupted and you are aware, right? We have to get awareness going. Once we're aware, we make an adjustment. And look at you. You're here. See? You're here. So your subconscious will hold on to limiting beliefs. I'm not ready. I can't do it. What if I fail? This is just who I am. Those are things that are all limiting. And that's why we're talking about the brain today, right? And I'm glad you're here, Heather. Thank you so much for joining. So the key to success, and remember, I say success is not a destination. It is a strategy. The key to success is overriding the brain's comfort. We've got to override the brain's comfort with intentional action. And so here's a few things that's going to help. Again, become aware of your comfort zone triggers. Become aware. Why do I stop myself when things get hard? That's a trigger there. Not only why do I stop myself when things get hard, but this one I really like. Why do I stop myself from growing? Why am I stopping myself from growing? Think about that. Become aware of your comfort zone triggers. If you have a comfort zone trigger, which we all do, because we have a comfort zone trigger, the very first P in the 5P transformation is to prepare. Preparation means I am aware. What am I aware of? I am aware that I am in a growth challenge. I do not want this particular challenge, whatever that is. Thank you guys for joining. Today we're talking about mind shifting and why your brain is wired for comfort and not success. right? So the very first piece when we talk about mind shifting is becoming aware. Your brain is designed or set up to keep you comfortable. Because you're comfortable, that is your comfort zone. You're in your snuggly. You're at Netflix and chill. You've got your Moscato ready, right? What we're trying to do is live intentional and remove the comfort zone so we can grow. The first P in the 5P transformation is, why do I stop when things get hard? The first P is prepare, but that's the question we need to ask ourselves. Why do I stop when things get hard? What's going on there? What is the trigger? So we have to override what we're doing, right? So that's number one. Let's get aware. Let's understand and let's ask ourselves what exactly is going on. Thank you so much, Candy Bug, for the likes. Guys, please continue to tap your screen. As you tap, more will come in, okay? So that's one. Number two, plan. Set a clear goal that disrupts the comfort. Heather just said her routine was disrupted yesterday, but she's back here today, right? So let me give her a clap. With that, let me give claps to everybody that's here. Let's give claps to everybody that's here. Thank you, guys. Right? So the first P is prepare. Prepare in understanding that you have a comfort zone. And why am I stopping myself from growth? Why am I stopping myself when things get hard? What's happening here? What's one area? What's the area that I'm taking flight on? I'm stopping. I'm remaining stagnant. I don't want to move. Number two, we have to set a clear plan. Thank you so much for the likes. We have to set a clear plan. What is your plan of attack? Set a clear goal that disrupts your comfort. A clear goal that disrupts your comfort. Why do we need the disruption? Because otherwise we'd stay comfortable. Otherwise we'd stay comfortable. So we have to plan. Prepare your plan. Are we getting this? Right? Prepare your plan. Number three, we have to practice. Now, this is a big doozy. We have to practice. Take small, consistent steps. Why? Because if your brain loves routines, hear me good, if your brain loves a routine, by you disrupting your old routine to have a new routine, you now make the new routine your habit. Are you getting me? Can we put a 1 in the comments? Can we put a 1 in the comments? Because your brain loves routine, it loves predictability. What we have to do is disrupt the old way of doing things. We have to disrupt that and start with a new way. But when we start with a new way, we have to continue in that path. She said, I want. Yes. Good. Right? We have to continue in the path. Your subconscious is always asking, do I want this pain? Think about that. Your subconscious is always asking, do I want this particular pain? Whether you know it or not. Well, I'm telling you, so now you know. It's always asking, do I want this pain? Do I want to fight through? Do I want the convenience of not fighting through? Do I want to remain comfortable? So because your subconscious is always asking that, it will definitely ask that as you begin to disrupt. Hence the reason why there's always a feedback loop when we make a decision. Remember, I've talked about that feedback loop. There's always a reason why. And so in that reason why, as we go through the process, your brain is going to ask you, do I want this discomfort? If I want the discomfort, which means I'm disrupting an old habit and starting a new one, that is my practice. I'm taking small, consistent steps to step out of my comfort zone. When I take those small, consistent steps, it now becomes a habit. And now that it is a habit, I shift from fear, and this is the 4th P, guys. I'm shifting from fear to purpose. I'm shifting from fear to purpose. The fear was I'm not making a move, right? I'm not practicing. I'm not doing it. My energy level is down. I don't feel like it. I want to remain comfortable. That's the limiting belief is the fear. We will not move forward. But now as we shift to meaning, which is the purpose of why we're doing it, it shifts from fear to meaning. Why does this matter to me? How deep is the why? Because depending on how deep your why is, is how deep or how much you'll move forward. Depending on how deep your why is, that's how much you'll move forward. Okay? And why do I say that? Because your why has to be connected to everything. Your why has to be connected to everything. So when we talk about becoming aware of our comfort zone, becoming aware of the triggers, if your why is not deep enough, it's highly unlikely that you're going to make a move. And so let me explain this to you. I don't know if you guys realize this, but we spend 7 times more on entertainment than personal development and self-development. 7 times more. Think about that. So out of $1, we spend 70 cents on entertainment and 30 cents on self-improvement, self-development. Why? Because of the comfort zone. Ooh, I hit a nerve. The likes stop. I hit a nerve. Y'all keep tapping the screen. Keep tapping the screen. Thank you so much. Keep tapping the screen. So guys, when we talk about shifting from fear to meaning, quite often we don't want to go into that area. And we don't want to go into the area because the brain is set up to keep us comfortable. It's set up for predictability. Oh, you was writing, Candy Bug. Okay. I saw everything stop. I said, oh my gosh, I hit a nerve. But with that being said, and thank you so much. I'm the opposite. Let me see. Summer, I'm the opposite. Tell me what you're the opposite in. Tell me what you're the opposite in, Summer. Thank you so much for your comment. And thank you too, Candy Bug, for your comment as well, right? So guys, when we talk about the 5P transformation, it is set up in such a way. I spent more on yes, me too. See what I'm saying? Guys, we spend more on self-development. Why? Because anything, and I just want to make this clear, anything that you want to do, if you focus on self, everything else will be a piece of cake. So I'll give you an example. In corporate America, people quite often, they want to climb the ladder. I know about it because I spent 25 years there, right? Over 25 years, always been in corporate America, right? Here's the piece. Everyone on my team, every direct report that I've had, as soon as they've told me, hey, listen, I want to move up. I want to do this, this, and this. I tell them the same thing. If you follow what I'm saying, even though it won't be popular, if you follow what I'm saying, you will move up in the business. If you follow what I'm saying, you'll become the analyst. You'll become the supervisor. You'll become the manager. Just follow what I'm saying. Every single time someone followed what I said on the team, guess what they did? They moved up the ladder. They took the time to invest in themselves. And that's what we're talking about with the 5P transformation. Let me see. Why is everything you say frustrating you do the work? I want to stay lazy. Heather, you cannot stay lazy, baby. You got to do this work. And that's why I'm here. Thank you for the follow. Someone just followed. Thank you for the follow, right? That's why I'm here. You have to do the work. And the reason you want to do the work, here's the piece, guys. When you begin to do the work, you see the beauty in everything else. You see the beauty in everything else when you begin to do the work. That growth that you're looking for, listen, I know our brains were designed to keep us comfortable, right? Normal. Just to be clear, we're all normal. Our brains are designed to keep us comfortable. Thank you, Miss Energy, for the follow. Thank you, Candy Bug, for the likes. Thank you, Brinzizi, for the follow, right? Our brains are designed to keep us comfortable. But keep this in mind. The more you remain comfortable, and I don't want to say this in a negative way, but the way it's going to come out, the more you remain comfortable, the more life does not work for you and you begin to not like it as much. Did someone hear that? The more comfortable you become in life, the more you begin to dislike the surroundings, the more you begin to dislike the environment, the more you begin, because to some extent, even though our brains were set up to keep us comfortable, to some extent, we want to grow. It's the fear that keeps us pushed back. It's the fear that keeps us pushed back. It's the limiting belief that keeps us pushed back. And so where we always have to start, thank you so much, Brinzy, where we have to start is here. Guys, in class, it starts the 24th. We spend about a day and a half here. We rip this up right here. And the reason we rip it up is simply because everything starts here. I don't care who you are. I don't care I don't care if you know your purpose. You just can't up one day and say, oh, I'm going to do it. You have to prepare. You have to have a plan. You have to practice it. A goal without a date is just a wish. A goal without a plan is just a wish. So you're going through it now. Okay. Very nice. So when we talk about, guys, when we talk about shifting from fear to meaning, I'm specifically talking about the purpose of that goal. If you're talking about the purpose of your life, then that's more spiritual. That's something we talked a little bit about that yesterday, right? But if we're talking about the purpose of a specific goal and why the goal matters, baby, it starts here. The limiting belief that you have, the comfort zone that you have, it is very challenging, yes. But Brenzy, that's why the class is here. Just to be clear, I'm a coach. I do not do complex. The reason I don't do complex is because when something is complex, you get overwhelmed. It creates anxiety, which means we are out of alignment. And if we are out of alignment, that means that we're all over the place. And if we're all over the place, the feedback loop, and I call it the loop, the reason I call it the loop is because everything you do, every choice you make, every decision has a feedback. And when that feedback happens, depending on what happens or decision you make, it's going to shift you. It's going to move you. And as it shifts and moves you, it allows you to see what decision you need to make next. I said to you yesterday, the 3 questions we need to ask is, what is this teaching me? How can I grow from it? What is my next move? Are we understanding that? So when we talk about purpose, we're talking about shifting from fear to meaning, from the fear of the limiting belief to the meaning, right? So why does this goal matter to me? Now, the 5th P in the process, because remember, this is a 5P transformation. This is what we're talking about in class. The 5th P is the passion. Why is it passion? Because you continue to keep going when the motivation fades. Why can you keep going? Because you've already prepared, you've already planned, you've already practiced, you know the purpose, and now you have the passion. It's taking me out of my comfort zone. It's supposed to take you out of your comfort zone, Brenzy. It's supposed to take you out of your comfort zone. You have to come out of your comfort zone. I'll put it to you like this. Picture the full version of you. Picture the full version of you pushing past the fear. Visualize yourself past the fear. And you're now doing whatever your it is, right? Whatever you've come out of your comfort zone for, you're now doing that. Visualize that. If you can visualize yourself there, it's more than likely you can make it there. Good morning, BG Biker. Thank you so much for joining. Today we were talking about why our brain is wired for comfort and not success. Someone once told me that over 25, 30 years ago, if you can see yourself there, you'll be there. This was before life coach, whole nother life. If you can see yourself there, then you'll be there. Right? And so with that being said, when we talk about the 5P transformation, guys, this class is not, because someone asked me this yesterday, this class is not a videotape. This is me facilitating the class, and we're going through a process. It's interactive. You have a partner. You are going through the process. You're going through the process of a complete, not only mind shift, but life shift. Hence the reason why it's called the 5P transformation. You are completely transforming your life. And as you transform your life, you still have accountability when the class is over. Because guess who called you? Take a wild guess. Who's looking for you? Me. And the reason why is because there is a follow-up. There is a system. Next round you have your, okay, the next round is going to be in March. Okay. Right? The next round is going to be in March. I don't have a date yet, Heather, but it'll be in March. Okay. And Heather, thank you so much. That's okay. There is a payment plan, guys. I don't make this hard. I told you I like practical. I do things in such a way, and it's because I know how it is to be there. So I do things in such a way where it helps people to appreciate that they can do it. I don't like to make things hard. I don't like to make it complex. As a coach, I understand what's happening. As a coach, I understand the process. So when we talk about that, guys, when we talk about life, when we talk about adjusting, when we talk about the transformation, our brain is literally set up to keep us comfortable. I'm trying to help you to appreciate when you have the resources, when you have the ability to do so, and you have a class like this, you can get it done. Okay? So with that being said, I need you today, what is one thing that you need to do that is holding you back? What is one thing you need to do that is holding you back? Drop it in the comments, guys. Drop it in the comments. Tell me what's one thing today that's holding you back. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. What's one thing? And another piece, because y'all know I can't see now. Let me put my glasses on. Another piece, when we talk about what's holding you back, when we talk about what's holding you back, tomorrow, we're going to talk about some time management. Because that's in the 5P transformation too. We're going to talk about time. Most people don't realize time management is emotional management. Ooh, perfectionism. BG Biker, perfectionism. Nice. So you're my perfectionist. You're the one that has to ruminate over it. You're the one that the unknown. Ooh, I love that. The unknown. Pushing through. I don't want to when I feel like stopping. Okay, so we got 3 things here. So my perfectionist, it has to be perfect before you start. You have to think about it. You have to ruminate over it. It has to be just a certain way before you start. Okay, the unknown. I love the unknown. You know why? Because when there's the unknown, you have the opportunity to shape your mind into saying, I'm going to love this no matter what comes, or I'm going to stay in the unknown. I'm going to stay here. And so we've got to adjust that. Okay, we addressed this in the 5P transformation class. Let me see. Heather, what are we saying? I'm pushing through. I don't want to when I feel like stop. Okay, so that's what we talked about a little today. The brain is set up for comfort, right? It's set up for comfort. It is set up to do, it's set up to protect us. I don't want to, so we have to reframe. We talked about that last week. When I feel like stopping. When you feel like stopping, think of the visualization that I just talked about. Think of that. Think of you being whatever it is, wherever you're trying to be. Let me see. Rosa, fear. Rosa, what are we afraid of? Are we afraid that it's unknown? Are we afraid of what could happen? Keep in mind, 95% of the things that we think are going to happen, matter of fact, probably about 97, 98, they don't happen, Rosa. They don't happen. Okay? Thank you guys so much for that. I appreciate that. Tomorrow, we're going to talk again. And tomorrow, we're definitely digging into time management. What could, okay, Rosa, what could happen? Sweetheart, it's probably not, more than likely, I'm 99.9% sure it's not going to happen. I'm 99.9% sure it's not going to happen. Growing up, my mother used to say, what's the worst that could happen except for no? Except for no. Meaning, okay, that's just not going to happen. I have to try another route. I promise you, Rosa, I promise you, if you step out on a ledge, you just put your pinky toe out, just step out, you'll see a whole new world. You'll see a whole new world, but it's positive, the positive of what could happen on the positive side, not the negative side or what you deem as negative. Right? So with that being said, guys, thank you so much. I love this. Thank you for your responses and your comments. I will be back tomorrow. I'm coming back tomorrow. When we come back tomorrow, we're going to talk about time management is emotional management. I bet you didn't know that, did you? Time management is emotional management. So we're going to dig into that tomorrow. Thank you for the follow, Felicia. I appreciate that. John did. Oh, thank you. So y'all need to stop. Thank you. Don't make me blush today. Thank you so much. Guys, have a great day. Today is Talk About It Tuesday. I encourage you to talk about this with your family, your friends. You'll see DanieSheldon.net here. I tend to send out notes about the live. I did that. And guys, forgive me because I did that. What time? I live in California. Oh, I typically come on between 8:20 and 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Renzi. Eastern Standard Time. So for you, it would be what, 5:30 in the morning, which is good. You're up early. I like the early risers. Thank you so much. Right? But guys, go to DanieSheldon.net. Please create yourself an account. When you create the account, you get the newsletter for free. There's a newsletter that comes out every month. You get it for free. February is already there. All you have to do is download it. I also send out information about the live that we had. I sent out one either yesterday or Friday. Guys, forgive me. The days are running together. I sent that one yesterday or Friday, and when I sent it out, it was talking about your breaking point. You don't have a breaking point, right? But you have to get aligned. You have to get realigned. And when you get realigned, that's when things come back into view and into focus, and your efforts are not in vain. Okay? So if you want to support me, continue to support me. Yes, show up here, but also please go to DanisSheldon.net and you'll also get some of those emails that I'm sending out. Okay? Good morning, Ashley. Ashley, I'm leaving now. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining, guys. I appreciate the love and support. Have a good day. Bye-bye.